Hey everyone, welcome to the 39th Wicked Queer. I have the pleasure today of interviewing the Latinx Shorts Filmmakers. This year we are calling it Within Me, the Dreams of the World, Latinx Shorts. You can watch it this coming Sunday at the Brado at 2 p.m. Please come. It's a very exciting program this year that we have. I want to get started because I'm really excited to hear from these filmmakers. Let's start with a general question for all of you. I want to ask, how, tell me the process of making your film. How was the discovery of your processes, which are so different between each other, and what was the process of what was the approach to your subject? How was the process of finding out, discovering these characters? I want to start with Viral Oceans, Kevin Wanye. Please welcome. You can start talking when you're ready.
Oh, hello. Thank you for this space, and where we can talk about our pieces or our film, and the specifically that we did, or what we're thinking about the process and the discourse that we want to say. About the first question, I think that it's really important for me where I am when I doing a piece or a play or an art. The territory, el territorio, it's so important for me. And at 2021, I lived in Laguna de Zapallar. It's at the north of Valparaíso, and I lived very near the ocean, and I and always loved the ocean, because the ocean is so strong. It's so wild. It's in Chile, the ocean is so cold, and the relation that the body in the ocean, it's so I don't know how I say that. Se genera como mucha intensidad. It's so intensity that the movement, no, the ocean, it's so fear, es como feroz, no? And I love it, the intensity. I love the intensity. And the ocean, it's the best representation that the intensity. It's a big body, no? The ocean is in Chile have 3,000 kilometers about ocean. It's so long, and it's very different in many parts that I have that está el océano, no? Then that is the context that I live it at 2021, and I was study a master, and I have it a class about performance. And I am a dancer first. I studied dance at the menu. No, I say the pregrado. I don't know how I say pregrado. But after that, I studied dance. I devine in la performance, and work at since 2018. I work with my HIV, my seropositivity, and I try to understand what is the history of my virus, no? And what is the relation with the society, with the culture statement, and the rhetoric, the poetic, and many aspects that the HIV have. And then To do it, Viral Ocean, to do Viral Ocean, I invited two friends, two artists who lives with HIV too, and I that is one thing about the Viral Ocean and collectivity and the friend vincule. On the other hand, I have an idea to make fire in the ocean. Uh, I saw a performance to Daniela Lillo. It's a performer, a Chilean performer, and she did fire in the ocean. And I try connect these three aspects to do it. Viral Ocean, the friends, the ocean, and the perform to make fire in the ocean. And this is the three principal aspects to thinking about the process to do it, this piece.
Fantastic, fantastic. Like really interesting, like how you managed to like get everything together. Because even you're explaining that, like I felt like I really saw that in the film. The connect, like all these connections that you're explaining. Very nice, very nice. Thank you so much for sending us your film. Now I'd like to hear about the process of Maipana from director Santiago Giraut and producer Fede Carol. Welcome, guys.
Hello, welcome. Hello, everybody. Yes, we were actually we met the main character, the actor Ray, through a friend, and his story was the story of many Venezuelan immigrants that came to Buenos Aires, and they had to reinvent themselves. Some of them started selling food on these bicycles and all these things that in Latin America, I think it's become quite popular, of immigrants delivering food on these bicycles. And then we became friends. The idea was to make a long feature, but it didn't really work that way. So we created this short piece between three types of images. TikTok and Instagram story that he shared from his phone to us that were made by himself on his own phone. Some stuff that we did stage with the DOP and the whole thing, the whole cinema thing. And then some other moments where I followed him with my cell phone, these demonstrations that Venezuelans used to do in the beginning of their immigration cycle in Buenos Aires. So the idea was to create a portrait of this young immigrant trying to survive in a big city, and with all the contradictions between the freedom he has to show and exhibit himself online and the difficulty to express that within the society here. What's that?
Fantastic, very interesting indeed. As well, thank you for submitting your film to our festival.
Thank you
now I want to hear, yes, and I want to hear from Bella Sintra, who made Eurydice. Welcome, Bella.
Hi. First, I want to say thank you to the festival to giving us this place and congratulate each one of you for your films as well. I'm really excited to see each film. The film we made it on our university. At that time I was in university. It was the beginning of, well, kind of the beginning of pandemic. So everything was kind of confusing at that time. But it was a story that came from something that I went through, and then I put it in this kind of other narrative that is more sensorial and more like space to our subjectivity. So I think like with the team, with the crew and everyone that was a part of it, was just understanding first of how like each emotion and each sensation that we wanted to give, and that was in the script, so we could work from that. For example, with art and with the actors, we didn't work with backstories. We only worked with what is in now in the story. So it was the space to create this kind of world of the characters. But also like what I really, really liked about the process was that until the editing, we had no idea how it would turn out, like for real, because we had photos and we had a few takes that we did that the actresses didn't speak at all, so it was just like sound, and they just acted like with their bodies and stuff, and we wanted to use that, but we didn't kind of know how to. So in the editing, we gave space to like rough cuts and cutting like between the actions and not having like a very good continuity of the film, but it really worked to express what we were, trying to say and trying to express in terms of emotion and sensation. So it was kind of like understanding that and just also creating a very free space for people to be creative and be kind of emotional about it, like really feeling it with each like area of the film. So yeah, it's kind of it.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much. Now we'll go to Leon Neto, who made Quinceaneras, The Quinceaneras. Welcome, Leon.
Obrigado. Primeiramente, eu queria agradecer pela oportunidade de estar aqui apresentando o The Quinceaneiras e parabenizar a todos que estão aqui com seus filmes, né? Falar um pouco do processo de Quinceaneiras é trazer um pouco esse lugar da melancolia, né? E das incertezas que a pandemia trouxe para a gente em 2020. Como a colega Bela, né, o 15 Primaveras também nasceu a partir desse lugar de incertezas, né, de um lugar confuso na nossa mente. E eu também estava na universidade na época, e ficar enclausurado dentro de casa começou a provocar questões em que, quando a gente tinha a nossa liberdade, a gente não se preocupava, né? E uma delas é justamente o lugar que a gente ocupa, né? Que o nosso corpo ocupa. Então, essa necessidade de contar histórias, né, ficou cada vez mais latente. E o The Quinceaneiras foi justamente essa motivação assim, que aconteceu a partir de mim, enquanto realizador, estar ali enclausurado. E dentro desse universo também de que as coisas estavam se encaixando, né? Eu continuei fazendo a minha graduação de forma remota, e aí provocações foram chegando, né? E, inclusive, o filme ele partiu de uma provocação de uma disciplina curricular do curso, né? De cinema, que era trabalhar com imagens de arquivo, né? E a partir dessa provocação me veio essas questões, assim, quais imagens de arquivo eu iria trabalhar e que narrativa eu iria criar, né? Que fio condutor seria possível para linkar essas imagens de arquivo a uma narrativa. E aí me veio uma fixação que eu tinha, né, quando jovem, de imagens de festas de aniversários de 15 anos. Para quem não conhece, as festas de 15 anos é uma tradição dos países latinos, né? Acho que o que se aproxima mais ou menos dos Estados Unidos seria os aniversários de Sweet 16, é mais ou menos esse mesmo universo. E aí, a partir dessas imagens de princesas, né, surgiu esse lugar de contar uma história sobre sonhos, né, sobre possibilidades, e dentro de um tom ali que a gente estava vivendo mesmo, que é esse tom melancólico, porém esperançoso, né? Então, eu acho que o 15 Primaveras ele traz isso. Inclusive, eu adorei o título da sessão, porque eu acho que tem muito a ver assim, com o filme. Eu ainda não vi os outros filmes que estão na sessão, mas é isso, né? É esse lugar de que dentro da gente a gente tem os sonhos do mundo mesmo, né? E aí, enfim, é isso que o cinema também pode trazer, né? Para a gente, enquanto realizador e da nossa obra ir para o mundo, né, e ser vista.
Thank you so much for bringing up the title of the section, because it's from a poem from Fernando Pessoa. You know, dentro de mim tenho sonhos do mundo, tenho todos os sonhos do mundo. Within me, I have all the dreams of the world. So I think it's very, you know, exactly what this section is, this program is. And that, yeah, it just, everything fits together. Thank you so much for sending us your film. Now I would like to ask a few more like specific questions. I want to start with Kevin. Kevin, you talked about, you know, like the intersection between poetry, HIV, the sea, friendship, in friendship in your film. I want to know in more detail how you reached this combination, because like you could have so many different combinations and you chose this one and it fits so well for the concept of your film. So like if you can just talk a little bit more about that.
Okay, the first, I think that the HIV have a catastrophic thinking and form to talk about the HIV and the pain, the death, the catastrophic. No, all of topic are in HIV. No, it's the base to the virus. No, but when I say that, I don't like say that that no exist. It's really it's real that I feel pain, I feel the death, no, I feel the many bad emotion, no, but the question is, what are we doing with this sensation, no, and how we can break this narrative, no, and I think that the collectivity is the like Esteban Muñoz diría, no, that the utopia is in the cruising, no, is in the collectivity, is in the space who many person have a queer collectivity, no, that's the utopia is in the action when the person is close, no, it's near, it's with affectivity relation, no, it's with love, it's with como un compañerismo, no, como están, then the friendship, no, the relation of the Crystal Diamond, Maraca Bastarda, and me, that the three person are be in the film. The friend and the, how is abrazo? The
Embrace.
Right?
Embrace.
Embrace.
Yes. Embrace. When the three person embrace in the film, it's that is the poetry, no? Como all of us we near and talk together, no, and kisses, no, and after that we have we take the structure and entrar en el océano, no, entramos en el océano. We
Inside the ocean. Get inside
yes,
the ocean.
get inside. Yeah, get inside the ocean. With the structure, with the love, no. But I think that the love, it's wait. When I say love, what love we say, no? Because the love, it's in Chile, many homicidios, no, muchas muertes suceden porque dicen, bueno, la maté por amor, no, I
killed them
give
for
the
love.
death, I kill him for love, no. Entonces, what is the love, no? What I thinking when I talk about the love, what love, how is this love, no? In this case, the love is the historical collectivity. No, it's the history of HIV and the many expression that we can broke the catastrophic form to thinking about the HIV, and the ocean. I now just reading the creature creatures wild creature, the Jack Halberstam. No, and I don't know what is the name in English. Wild things. No, the disorder of desire. And Jack Halberstam said that the wild, no, the form of thinking the wild, it's a racialism and colonial form to practice the hierarchy and the power about another thing, another person, another territory. No, it's the wild. It's a colonial form. No, but the wild, it's a realness. No, the in this case the ocean. No, it's that wild form to be inside the all of people. No, because the passion, no, the passion, the how to connect with the pain, how to connect with the death, it's a wild form to connect with another person. It is intuitive. No, this is not rational. No, this is not colonial form. It's a very it's a embodiment form to thinking and practice the life. No, and I think that the relation with the ocean activity this form to make vincles, no, to get together. No, I think that that is the poetry. No.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so fascinating. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Now for Fede and Santiago, I want to know more about the process of choosing the language for your film, because you talked about this peculiar combination of TikTok videos and the real footage and fictional storytelling. And I was just wondering how you came up with this language. What was the process of like working with these actors? It sounds really fascinating. So please go ahead.
You want to say something? Do you have any idea before I say something?
Well, I was thinking about Queer Diaries, your previous work, which was based on, well, his real footage with his phone that he has been recording for like 10 years. And somehow in that work, he mixed several videos and his own, he made a fiction of your your own archive. Fiction. So let's call it the first step, maybe.
Yeah.
But you start investigating this new way of combining fiction and real and storytelling in a particular way.
Yeah, the main character is not an actor, so the movie is a combination between fiction and documentary, but all the actors who play small characters around him are real actors. But the language was discovered in the process of the making. What I really liked from listening to everybody here and the name of the section, and that it seems to be a very dreamy sequence of short films, and I would love to see how one communicates with the other, because in a way the language came up when he decided to share his own intimate videos, and how he was he was an exhibitionist in this TikTok videos, very open, but when he had to act, he kind of was more shy. So, but it revealed more of his soul when he was acting than when he was actually shooting himself. So the narrative came up with, I work with, I do also agree and share with Kevin the idea of collaboration. All my life as an independent artist, collaboration has been one of the key elements. So for this film, I went to the musician I worked the most in my previous films, and his wife, who is a graphic designer. So they helped me create this narrative between these small texts. I didn't want, because this was not a story that has dialogue. It's more about these little vignettes of the life of an immigrant in Buenos Aires. And I wanted to just, from haiku, like trying to make the narrative and complete some of the gaps, the narrative gaps, not with an explanation, but with an idea that could poetically connect one idea to the other. And the other thing that I wanted for sure is I wanted to give this young immigrant a happy ending in not an obvious way. So my idea was also, as Kevin said, how through love or a certain way of companionship or friendship, this in-between kinds of love that there is a lot in queer people, that it's not the love that it's the one that everybody thinks when you think love and the romantic idea. It's this kinds of love that have a little bit of friendship, companionship, people giving a haven for the other, and all these unique ways of coming together that we queer people have in life. So somehow that was part of what blended the narrative together, trying to build different ways of queer narratives, and also queering the narrative at the same way. Like, how do you have this image of a person that is what you might see on the internet, and how this would reveal itself when it's alone at home, being watched by a camera, but not with the consciousness of sharing this on social network and stuff. So somehow it was very interesting to discover the language, because it came together as part of the process. It wasn't something that we had a program in advance. So it seems like the perfect set of companions to have these other shorts that I'm listening about around, because somehow we all seem to be building, we all seem to have built them during pandemic, because it somehow it was part of the process of what do we do with all this material, with these ideas, with these dreams, with this stuff. And at the same time, we're all trying to deal with languages that are not the linear narrative. So it sounds like a really good program.
Thank you. Yeah, it sounds like a very interesting and like a fluid process that you guys have. Yeah, it feels like it in the film, like everything flows together, even when you're changing, languages. Yeah, very interesting. Congratulations, guys. Now for Bella, I would like to know more about the process with your actors, because I love the chemistry between them. And like, I want to know more about your process, how to create so many different moments between them, where they are just talking or they're just sitting together and suddenly they are shouting at each other. Yes, tell us more about that, please.
Yeah, so I think is the part that I most like as well, was the work with the actors and how it turned out, because as it was in the pandemic, they didn't know each other and we didn't know them and they didn't know us in person. So what we did was we started doing like Zoom calls and rehearsing Zoom, but not really rehearsing just the dialogues or stuff like that. But we did in kind of like improvisations, like the first part of the script, they have this sort of relationship and this sort of emotion towards the other person. And it goes from this to this other emotion. So we would do like improvisations of like conversations that they would create between them, and that would go through this emotion to the next emotion. So doing that, they created a lot of other dialogues that we kind of used in the film, and they created a lot of emotion and like seeing the other person. And so when they met each other, it was kind of like going a little back to the zero, because it's really different when the actors just standing in front of each other. It's like, oh, but we went to the location like 2 days earlier with them, and we started rehearsing again, and then we just left them there. We were at the beach, so we just said like, just go have a good time at the beach together. And we gave them a handy cam. There's some videos that they filmed of each other that we used in the film, and they kind of created this very, very good friendship between each other. So they're very open to the other person. And it was really fun because when they saw the film ready, like finished, they said to us like, I feel like I'm watching a real relationship I had with the person, because it was so intense, and I think they really got to love each other. So they were very open, we created a lot of space, and they had to go through a lot of emotions. So there was like a day they were fighting with each other and screaming and giving all of it, even like giving it with their bodies. And another day they're like falling in love with each other and just kissing and being together and having this very good friendship. And then the last day was like letting it go. As it happens in the film, it was like, okay, so we passed like love, we passed anger, and now we're just letting each other go. And they kind of felt it. And then when they let it go was when we finished filming. So it was just kind of like, okay, it felt like a past relationship for them. So yeah, it was very, very fun, and they were very good at like letting just flow emotions and letting the other person in. Yeah.
You can really feel that, like they're really, friends with each other. You can feel that they're really comfortable with each other. Yeah, so good work, good work. Now for Leo, I would like to ask more about like how you managed to find such a fascinating character, because I'm curious to know about your interview process, especially since she's so comfortable with the camera, even if she's talking about such intimate thoughts and memories. Like she seems so comfortable sharing everything with you and us. So tell us more, please.
Bom, como eu havia falado, o filme ele veio a partir dessa vontade de trabalhar essas imagens de arquivo de festas de 15 anos, e aí eu estava em busca de um fio condutor para contar essa narrativa, né? Então, assim, essa personagem, ela é completamente fictícia, né? Ela veio a partir dessa necessidade de criação desse fio condutor. Então, a gente pensou que para que essa narrativa seguisse, a gente criaria uma personagem que teria uma relação com essas imagens de arquivo, e a partir daí ela iria resgatar memórias também próprias, né? Então surgiu a sinopse de uma personagem madura, né? Uma personagem mulher madura, transgênero, que coleciona fotos de imagens de aniversários de 15 anos como uma forma de preencher uma lacuna da vida dela, né? E aí também questiona esse lugar de pertencimento, né? Porque essas festas de 15 anos, elas são festas que estão muito nesse lugar opressor da figura feminina, né? Esse lugar de que a menina se torna mulher, esse discurso. E que para essa personagem, a Ravenna, na realidade, isso seria um lugar transgressor. Ocupar esse lugar seria transgressor, né? Então, essa personagem ela traz essa dicotomia no próprio tema, nessa contradição no próprio tema de abordagem dessas fotos. E aí a gente escolheu fazer uma emulação da linguagem documental durante o filme, no intuito, de fato, de trazer todas essas questões de uma forma mais verdadeira possível, mais genuína possível, né? A gente não é o nosso intuito de enganar o espectador, né? Tanto que no final, os créditos finais estão lá, Laila Sá como Ravenna é a nossa personagem, mas ela está ali justamente para fazer essas provocações, né? Então, no período que o filme foi criado também, tinha esse lugar de que as nossas vontades elas eram cada vez mais genuínas e verdadeiras ali diante do que a gente iria encontrar após a abertura dessas portas, né? Após a gente voltar a ocupar os espaços, né? Então, eu acho que esse lugar de uma personagem que se faz existir, né? Que resiste, se faz existir, é muito presente. E assim, esse lugar, enfim, chamamos uma atriz para fazer, né, a personagem, e ela não recebeu falas prontas, né? A gente criou proposições e a partir dessas proposições ela trouxe o método do improviso, né? A partir da experiência dela enquanto atriz e é também dramaturga, né? Começou no teatro, depois foi para o cinema, a Laila Sá. Ela assinou o roteiro também do filme, porque ela trouxe, né? Ela materializou de fato essas intenções e essas necessidades da personagem, nesses objetivos da personagem, e a gente vê um lugar muito simples, né? Tanto no formato quanto na forma de discurso dessa personagem, mas que nas camadas essa personagem ela se complexifica em relação justamente ao lugar que ela está ali, né? Ela tem os traumas dela, o filme ele não traz um caráter exploratório desses traumas, né? Ele tem um tom bem suave ali, e essa personagem ela tá ali mesmo para provar que é possível a gente correr atrás dos nossos sonhos e de fato se colocar, né, diante do mundo assim. E foi um presente assim ter a Laila junto do processo, é uma atriz incrível, maravilhosa. E é isso, assim, que o filme vá para o mundo mesmo. A gente está muito feliz de tudo isso que está acontecendo, né, em nossa volta do processo.
Really, really interesting, because when you watch it, you can't tell at all that it's a fictional film. Like, it really feels like you have discovered like this amazing person who has this amazing background, and yeah, like just really good work with the actress. I think she's like so in tune with the character she's creating. Yeah, it's fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. Like, and now I want to ask our final question to everyone. I want to know what you guys have in store for us next. Please, 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 more queer films. Please make them, please send it to us. We really want to watch them. We really want to have them. Let's start with Kevin.
Now I am working in a scenic works. I try to because I am a dancer. I say that before, no, but I like to do it scenic work about HIV too. But I work about the pills. One of part of that piece is pills like a sensitivity, como una potencia sensible. How I say potencia sensible? Como
Like a sensible potential.
yes,
Potential. Yeah.
Yes. And how the pills like it's really material that we can take, we can eat, we can touch our digestive system, and the how is a pills, it's a home, no? Or pills is a travel ticket, no? In the history. No, this is I work about the HIV too, and I like to present this piece in July or August of this years, and I work with the visual artist and artist of sound. She work with the machine that she building, and we work transdisciplinary scenic works. Its name it's Vida, but I cannot translate the name because vida it's life, no? But V A H No, in English I can't translate because life haven't HIV word, no. That is the new work that I doing.
Yes, we just last October we just shot our latest film. It's a more traditional narrative, to say something that it's that maybe it won't fit actually fit the movie, but it's a feature film. It's called Norma, and it's the story of a woman in her 60s who has a rediscovery of her life through cannabis, through new friendships, and through questioning the normativity that has ruled her life. Norma in Argentine, in Spanish, is a name, but it's also, it means norms. So it's a woman, it's about a second chance in the life of a woman. And we're very excited. It came out really well. We're finishing the edit, and it will be released on Netflix by the end of the year. So yeah, this is something that I love about my I don't like to say career because I'm not running against anybody. I like to say trajectory. This is that I do things that are very independent and very raw material, like this one, my pana, and then I've done some more classically narrative movies, and I like that dialectical approach to creativity. So the next one is almost the opposite from this, but I'm already thinking about my next indie project, which will be a continuation of the previous one called Queer Diaries. It's a new iteration of personal diaries that I've been collecting. So this is how my Gemini brain works. One more traditional narrative and one more modern or postmodern narrative. So the next one is one of the more classical ones, but we're in the process of creating the next one as well. So
Is it me now? It is. Now I'm doing a master's, and in the master's I'm working in a short film, in a fiction short film, and in a non-fiction short film, and they are both queer. I'm doing like a research and focusing more on finding how not to change, but how to create like a structure of narrative that would fit the subjectivity of like queer lives and trans lives and LGBT lives, like how we feel and how we relate to each other and relate to the world. I feel like the more normal structure of like script and narratives wouldn't fit this complex subjectivity that we live in and this complex life that we live in. So I'm just finding that out. And also, like, as Latinos, like I'm in Spain right now, and it is very different than Latin America, and we find that we have like another way of lives and another way of telling things and communicating things. So I'm like finding that with this two projects, and I'm really excited about. So maybe next year we'll see it here because it's queer. But yeah, and I'm really, really excited to see the projects that you guys are doing as well.
Bom, eu venho trabalhando muito em projetos que apostam em protagonismos femininos, né? Na força do protagonismo feminino, entre ficções, documentários, formatos de curta, longa-metragem. E recentemente eu estou para lançar o meu primeiro curta de ficção clássica, que se chama Circuito on the Edge, que fala sobre uma policial escrivã que está prestes a se aposentar no interior do Ceará, e ela enfrenta as dicotomias de um sistema de segurança corrupto, né, em paralelo com as relações humanas que estão ao redor dela. Então, tem esse lugar também do resgate da espacialidade, da regionalidade do lugar onde eu vivo, que é o Ceará, né? E, enfim, espero mostrar para vocês esses trabalhos, né? Alguns ainda estão bem incipientes ali no lugar do desenvolvimento da ideia, mas o circuito ele já está no forno e prestes a lançar.
Bom. Very nice, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today, sharing your films with us. It was really fascinating to know more about your processes. Yeah, so thank you so much. And I hope everyone enjoys watching the film Adebratto this coming Sunday at 2 p.m. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.